It's time now for the hot sauce. March is Women's History Month, and Canisus College is showing a film that is sure to get you talking about some very important issues that really affect women everywhere. Joining us now is Heather Filippowicz. Heather, you are the Western New York Women's Foundation Executive Director?
That's correct.
All right. We appreciate you joining us because this film, really, I think everyone should see it. It's not just women, but women and men. This film is called Misrepresentation?
That's correct.
And this is a hot topic. This is about how women are portrayed everywhere. Now, it said media, but when I think media, I think the news because I'm in the news business, but it's not just the news. It's women everywhere, where we see women, how we see women. And this film should get a lot of people talking.
It talks about the news. It talks about Disney films. It talks about women politicians being interviewed versus men politicians being interviewed. It's quite eye-opening. I watched it this weekend, and I was actually shocked because we don't even realize what we're seeing and hearing all of the time until you really take a look at it. It's quite impressive.
You know, you and I were talking before we came on the air about Disney, because my daughter is of the age where she watches a lot of Disney films, and myself and some of the other mothers back here behind the scenes, we get frustrated because the mothers in the Disney movies are dead, evil, somewhere else. You know, they don't have a lot of strong mother figures in the Disney movies. That's just one of the examples. We also talk about reality TV shows, and really that's not positive for women either.
Correct. So if we're looking at what are our role models and how are they portrayed in media, if a princess is always looking to find her prince, is that the message we want to be sending young girls? So when we're looking at reality shows, when we have women fighting with women physically and verbally, is that how we want to be together in the workplace or amongst girlfriends? These are portrayals that start when we have young girls and young boys watching TV all the way through their entire life. So if we're thinking about how we feel as women, and this is what we're bombarded with every single day, well, of course this is how we think. So it's a way that we can start changing the dialogue, thinking differently, understanding what we're seeing and why we feel the way we feel.
Right, getting that conversation going. This is definitely a knowledge is power kind of thing, because I think a lot of these things are subtle, or just we see them so often we don't think about them anymore. But the way this film brings it all together, it forces you to think about them.
It did, and I have to say, I'm a consumer of media constantly, social media, TV. So when a woman politician's being interviewed and she's being assertive, she's complaining. But when a male politician is being assertive, he's making a case. So, and that's the interviewer saying that. So for us to be aware of this, that we can start changing the dialogue. Those of us that are in the public eye, those of us that are girlfriends and mothers and daughters, we can start having these conversations.
I think they're good conversations to have, very important. One of the things I saw in the clip of the film that I saw, it said at age 7, it's kind of split 50-50 boys and girls who, if they think they could be president one day. But once the girls get older, more of them are saying, no, I probably couldn't be president. And one of the reasons is because we don't see as many women in power, so the girls then don't necessarily think that they can be a woman in power. So I think if we start to have the discussion about who women are in our world and what we think they should be allowed to be, I think that'll really be eye-opening. Hey, you should really check out this film, Misrepresentation, Tuesday, March 26th, 7 p.m. It's at Canisus College. It is free. You know, I think it's going to be a great opportunity to get the dialogue started, really open our eyes to a lot of things. Heather, thanks for bringing this up to us. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me always.
We look forward to having you back so we can talk about more things that affect women everywhere. We're going to send things now over to Matt.